Live from the H.J. Ricks Center for the Arts, it's the National Road Music Series, sponsored by Joyner Homes, quality homes with character, and Domino's Pizza. We're going to go right to the stage and Mikey Goode and Friends.
Well, I woke up this morning, I called into work, told the boss I was sick of him being a jerk. Now it seems I got a little more time on my hands than before. And since my baby left me, it's just me and the dog, and I'm feeling more and more like a bump on a log. So I'm gonna head down to my local liquor store. I'm gonna get me some ice, give me some beer. I'm gonna get myself a lawn chair and sit right here, prop my feet up and listen to Merle. I'll begin to solve the problems of my world. Well, I don't wanna shrink, don't wanna get high, just wanna drink till my cooler runs dry. Maybe some big idea might just sink in, 'cause I do my best thinking when I'm day drinking. Oh yeah. Well, the rent may be due and the bills need paid, but they're gonna have to wait just another day, 'cause I'll be working on a big old case, a cold Bud Light. I turned off the TV, don't need the mind pollution. Besides, science says that alcohol is a solution, and I'm gonna test that theory and prove it right. I'm gonna get me some ice, give me some beer. I'm gonna get myself a lawn chair and sit right here, prop my feet up and listen to Merle. I'll begin to solve the problems of my world. Well, I don't wanna shrink, don't wanna get high, just wanna drink till my cooler runs dry. And maybe some big idea might just sink in, 'cause I do my best thinking when I'm day drinking. Oh, here we go now. Well, I might not bring about world peace, but I'm gonna get a damn good buzz at least. I'm gonna get me some ice and give me some beer. I'm gonna get myself a lawn chair and sit right here, prop my feet up and listen to Merle. I'll begin to solve the problems of my world. Well, I don't wanna shrink, don't wanna get high, just wanna drink till my cooler runs dry. Maybe some big idea might just sink in, 'cause I do my best thinking when I'm day drinking. Yeah, I do my best thinking when I'm day drinking. Oh yeah. Woo! Hi Greenfield, how y'all doing tonight? Crickets across. Let me try that again. How y'all doing tonight? Well, just kind of like Mr. Joe said, my name's Mikey Goode, and this is where I tune and talk to you at the same time. Past couple years have been really fun, forming bands, trying new bands out and everything, and I think we're kind of locked in. I'm really happy with me and my friends up here to entertain you guys. I've played anywhere from Florida all the way over to LA, but I always love to come back home and play shows during the summer because it's always good for a hometown crowd. So thank you guys for showing up for this tonight. Back in 2020 during the Cooties, I did online shows. That's the only way you could make any money was through tips online, and 75% of a great big album was paid for through fans. So if you were part of those fans, thanks. If you're not, well, maybe tonight we could change your mind a little bit. But here's one of them off that album, Redneck Rockstar, called Crickets and Frogs. Crickets and frogs out by the pond, a tabernacle choir of critters singing their songs. And it's you and me on a tailgate, and we're moving right along to the tune and the rhythm of the nitty bitty crickets and frogs. Oh, crickets and frogs, they're out tonight. They're playing a song rhythm of them itty bitty crickets and frogs. Well, I got me a pole, some bait and beer, and I built a little campfire to keep you warm, my dear. So if you get a little chilly, I'll just throw on another log, and we can snuggle to the tune and the rhythm of the crickets and frogs. Oh, crickets and frogs, they're out tonight. They're playing our song under that full moonlight. When they make you love, ooh, all night long, to the tune and the rhythm of the itty bitty crickets and frogs. Play that guitar, son. Nobody else around, it's just you and me and Mother Nature's band. That's all that's gonna see what's going on down at the bog. Just you and me and the itty bitty crickets and frogs. Oh, crickets and frogs, they're out tonight. They're playing our song under that full moonlight. When they make it love, ooh, all night long, to the tune and the rhythm of the itty bitty crickets and frogs. To the tune and the rhythm of the itty bitty crickets and frogs. To the tune and the rhythm of them itty bitty crickets. Y'all hear them crickets? And frogs. Devil's Daughter? I forgot to do the bullfrog. I usually do a bullfrog at the end of that, but I got so excited playing in front of people I forgot. But if y'all want to know what a bullfrog sounds like on a guitar, that's pretty much it. It's just, it sounds either like that or Chuck Springs either way, but Devil's Daughter. So on top of playing shows and stuff like that during the summer, one of the other things that I picked up is songwriting for Nashville, which is kind of cool. Got into a couple different groups, and one of them's really taken off. And this song I wrote one night. This is something completely different than what I usually do, but I just kind of felt it. And I sent it in, and we've got this thing called a no notes review, and that's what you're looking for. That means the person critiquing the song listens to it over and over and tries to find anything they can find this wrong that would sound better, you know. And I got my first no notes critique back on this song, so I sent it off to a publisher with a note that said, I want to keep this song for a while. I think I can find a home for it. So if you hear some big country star in Nashville one day singing this song, just remember the big fat guy on stage that wrote it, all right? Smell her skin in the air as her hair blew red in the breeze. We put her left hand on my right knee. You told me take me to a place that I'd never been. So I smashed that gas and drove off in the wind. We both felt that sweet temptation, and my mind made a revelation. Holy Moses, she's the closest thing to heaven as I've ever seen. Lord Almighty, she's right beside me, getting me high off of them low-rise jeans. Alright, I might be baptized by the water, 'cause I'm riding with the devil's daughter tonight. We lit up that highway till the sky got dark. Found a dead-end road and I put it in park. We fell into each other, the next thing you know, we had nothing else on but the radio. She was all over me before I turned off the key, and we fogged up that glass so nobody could see as we gave in to that sweet temptation, and my mind made a revelation. Holy Moses, she's the closest thing to heaven as I've ever seen. Lord Almighty, she's right beside me, getting me high off of them low-rise jeans. Alright, I might be baptized by the water, 'cause I'm riding with the devil's daughter tonight. With the devil's daughter tonight. Just when I thought the night would end, oh, she looked at me and said, let's go again. Holy Moses, she's the closest thing to heaven as I've ever seen. Lord Almighty, she's right beside me, getting me high off of them low-rise jeans. Alright, I might be baptized by the water, 'cause I'm riding with the devil's daughter tonight. With the devil's daughter tonight. Yeah. What's next? Okay, that was one of the new ones. If you ever come to a Mikey Goode show, this is a staple in the song. I might have quit drinking a while back, but y'all still can drink if you want to. Especially because this is one of them songs that usually makes us tips at a big show. So if you want to do that tonight, you can just throw your money up on the stage. We don't care. It's cool. But this is a fun song. They love this song here. They absolutely love this song in Texas, and it went #1 in the UK about 2 years ago, so I'm a wee bit proud of this song. And it's called Sit Here and Drink Beer. I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. It's gonna take all night, but that's alright, 'cause all I gotta live is time. Well, she hurt me and now I'm thirsty, and I wanna leave my troubles behind. So I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. I tried to get her to love me through all of my lavish display, but she never could seem to get past any of my redneck ways. And tonight I found out that she left me, that she didn't leave a thing behind. Good thing I hid 12 bottles in the fridge so I could still have a good time. So I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. It's gonna take all night, but that's alright, 'cause all I gotta live is time. Well, she hurt me and now I'm thirsty, and I wanna leave my troubles behind. So I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. Well, all my friends try to tell me that she wasn't in it for love, but every time I bought her something, she fit in my arms like a glove. But then the money went dry, she said goodbye, and she didn't even shed a tear. She ran off with all my stuff, but at least she didn't take my beer. So I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. It's gonna take all night, but that's alright, 'cause all I gotta live is time. Well, she hurt me and now I'm thirsty, and I wanna leave my troubles behind. So I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. Let's get footloose, boys and girls. It's gonna take all night, but that's alright, 'cause all I gotta live is time. Well, she hurt me and now I'm thirsty, and I wanna leave my troubles behind. So I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. no, there's more. 'Cause I'm gonna sit here and drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. It's gonna take all night, but that's alright. 'Cause all I got left now is time. Well, she hurt me, and now I'm thirsty. And I wanna leave all my trouble behind. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna drink beer till one of us goes out of my mind. Greenfield, are we having a good time tonight? Greenfield, are we having a good time tonight? Me too. All right, we've gone like real fast and real hard for a little bit. Now it's time to slow it down. So if any of y'all want to slow dance out front, stay away from the camera or look right into it. Don't lick the lens. We got ourselves a little bit of a love song for you. Mama said she was a keeper, Daddy didn't disagree, and they both thought she was perfect for a country boy like me. They said it was time for me to cowboy up and settle down, 'cause when you find you one and only, son, you wanna keep her around. And I wanna keep her, and I don't ever wanna let her go. Treat her better than anybody's ever treated her before. And I wanna get down on my knee and beg her to be my wife, 'cause I wanna keep her for the rest of my life. I never thought I'd find someone who could ever steal my heart or make me feel so lonesome any time that we're apart. I couldn't last one day without her, Lord, I'd be a mess. So I'm gonna promise her forever and pray to God she says yes, 'cause I wanna keep her, and I don't ever wanna let her go. Treat her better than anybody's ever treated her before. And I wanna get down on my knee, beg her to be my wife, 'cause I wanna keep her, yeah, for the rest of my life. Oh, she's a keeper. More than I ever dreamed of. She's my everything, and she's gonna know just how I feel when she sees that ring. 'Cause I wanna keep her, and I don't ever wanna let her go. I wanna treat her better than anybody's ever treated her before. And I wanna get down on my knees and beg her to be my her. Yeah, for the rest of my life. Yeah, she's a keeper. Mama said she was a keeper, Daddy didn't disagree. So, 2018, I just quit my job, started traveling the country with my wife and my kid. Gave up a 6-figure job because I hated it so I could hold my wife's purse. Yes, I'm a kept man and I'm damn proud of it. That's because she's taken care of me since I was a kid. Not that I married my babysitter, but just we married young, and so she's taken care of me literally since I was a kid. So Dad dies April of 2020, and from April till June of 2020, I pretty much just sat at the house and drank beer. I didn't want to go out, I didn't want to see people. It hurt, you know. My wife says, you need a project. I think I was her project, and so she gave me something on the side. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? She says, I want you to go outside. So I go out there, and I looked at my deck, and it was a small deck, and the boards were all messed up on. I'm like, I'm going to tear up them boards, and I'm going to rebuild this deck. I rebuilt the deck, and she goes, I want it bigger. And it went from a 20 by 20 deck to a 20 foot by 80 foot monster. It's actually bigger than my house. And we started decorating it, and we don't ever spend any time inside together hardly anymore. We spend it on the big back porch. And I love having my friends over because it's a really good place to drink beer with your good buddies. So here's one called Good Buddies, an ice cold beer. It's 7:30 on a Friday night, and I'm heading into my weekend. I got a little Yeti full of cold Bud Light, gonna meet up with a few of my friends. We're gonna hang out on a big back porch, watching bugs buzz around the light. The radio's playing straight, wheeling and wailing, yeah, it's gonna be a damn good night. 'Cause we're the kings of the world when we're hanging out back here. No, you can't go wrong with a great country song. Good buddies and ice cold beer. Well, Jared Jeff just found out that he lost his job, and Tyler's got a new ex-wife. And Bubba just discovered his pension got robbed that he'd worked for all his life. And I got my share of problems too, reckon nobody else needs to know. I'd rather sit right here and crack another beer and crank up that old radio. 'Cause we're the kings of the world when we're hanging out back here. No, you can't go wrong with a great country song. Good buddies and ice cold beer. Take us, son. Nobody knows what tomorrow holds, so we're living it up tonight. With all my heroes on the radio and getting buzzed by another round of Natty Light. 'Cause we're the kings of the world when we're hanging out back here. No, you can't go wrong with a great country song. Good buddies and ice cold beer. No, we're the kings of the world when we're hanging out back here. No, you can't go wrong with a great country song. Good buddies and ice cold beer. No, you can't go wrong with a great country song. Good buddies and ice cold beer. Woo! All right, so my wife hates this story, but it's a fun story. So we're in the middle of, writing songs, thinking about doing an album. This is around 2019. And I booked a tour down in Texas. And that was anywhere from San Antonio to Corpus Christi. Played all kinds of different places. And I found myself one night, the guy who was promoting me down in Texas asked me to come in 2 days before a show and play an artist spotlight that was like right after an open mic. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna pay you $75. Come in here, play for 30 minutes. It can't be that hard. And then it's going to promote your show here in a couple days. So I'm like, all right, no problem, dude. So I go down there and I pack all my stuff and I go play this little 30-minute set. And the song I'm getting ready to play for you now, if you're hard of hearing, you might pay attention, because it's a song about musicians, how we make our money other than venues. A lot of times we call it the sacred tips bucket, when you want people to come up and put money in it. And so I go on and play this little 30-minute show, and the bartender at this particular outskirts bar that I was asked to go play, she was very kind, she was very flirty, and I'm trying to figure out how to say this to be politically correct. So is anybody in here a fan of Dolly Parton? The big, huge blue eyes. She had really big blue eyes. And when I sang the chorus and it goes, show me your tips, with a P, as in Paul, found out right away that bartender was hard of hearing. Now, I'm an adult, and I can handle some things, no problem at all. But the problem is I tell my wife everything. That's the way we've made a marriage work for 25 years this month. Actually, on Tuesday, as a matter of fact. And she hears everything that I do. I come back and I just report everything, because she's my soundboard, and she's pretty much my priest. And it takes 20 minutes to get from where we were camped at to the bar. It took me 2 hours to get back from the bar to the campsite, because I was trying to come up with how am I going to tell her this and not die. And so I get back into the campsite, and I'm trying to be real quiet. Not hard to do unless you're carrying about 200 pounds worth of gear with you. So I come clanging through the door trying to be quiet, because I don't want to wake her up. I don't want to disturb her. And she comes bounding from the bedroom, and she's like, hey, baby, how was your show? Because we had gone to Texas for me to play shows. So she wanted to hear all about it from the guy that tells her everything. And I'm like, oh, it's no big deal. It wasn't a show. It was just this artist spotlight. And I'll start putting up my stuff, And then she goes, Mike, we came down here for you to play shows. You got to tell me what's going on. I want to hear all about it. And I'm like, oh, it's just an artist spotlight. It's no big deal. Bartender, show me your booze. And I walk on. And then she's like, what happened? And I turn around. She had her hand on her hips. She's like, Michael Goode, what happened? And I said, honey, you know that song you don't really like all that well? She goes, you mean the tip song? I said, yeah. What happened? I said, well, there was a bartender there, and she was really kind. And she also was hard of hearing, because she didn't show me no money. She showed me her entire life savings. And that woman got so mad at me. She had both hands on her hips, and she says, Michael Goode, you were never going to play that song again. I said, baby, I've got half of it recorded in a studio. We paid money for this. I have to play this song. And she goes, yeah, and she's not here tonight, so it's going to work too. But she's like, well, you're never going to play at that bar again. I'll tell you right now. I said, baby, I got a contract to play that show in 2 days. I have a 3-hour show there. They're paying me a lot of money to go play for those people. I can't back out. It's why we came to Texas. She goes, well, you were not going to play that song in that bar. I said, honey, let me tell you something. I played for 30 minutes, and when I played that song, I made $100 in tips, and I'm not kidding. She just is one of these. She's like, you are not allowed to look at that bartender when you play that song. So here's the song I got in trouble for. It's called Tips.
Oh, yeah!
Well, I like to make my living by beating this old guitar and playing my songs all night long in any old honky-tonk bar. Well, some joints will pay me money, and some nights I'll play for free. But I got me a bucket, and with any luck, it's gonna be a good night for me. But only if you show me your tips, any money will do. A 1 or a 5 just to keep the dreams alive, and I'll play another song for you. Now listen, one night I was picking my guitar, and in walked this Southern belle. She was looking pretty mean in them tight-fitting jeans and a top she filled out well. Well, she strolled right up to my stage and she offered me a wink. She said, I'd like to get to know you, maybe after the show you could buy me a drink. And I said, I'm sorry, honey, but this cowboy's taken. But maybe you could still show me your tips. Any money will do. A 10 or a 20 would do the job, honey. And I'll sing a song just for you. Oh, my Lord. old woman, better part of 80 years or more. And she misread my jug when she was cutting the rug out on that dance floor. And nobody was quick enough to stop her, and you should have seen my face when she raised up her sweater. That old lady let herself loose all over the place. And I said, oh my God, lady, the sign says, show me your tips. That's how I make my pay. Well, there ought to be a law against that, Grandma. Now roll them up and put them away. Show me your tips. Any money will do. A 1 or a 5 or a 10 or a 20, I don't care. Just please keep your shirt on, honey. I'll play another song for you. Show me your tips. Thank you. Here's one that I just wrote not too long ago, and my plugger in Nashville was like, send me more songs, I like your songs. She's from Mississippi, so she's got that sweet buttery sound in her voice. And I played her this song the other day on a Zoom call. She's like, I really like that song, would you give me a copy? I'm like, she's the kind of lady, her voice is so sweet and kind and southern, she could tell you to go to hell. You'd start looking for the door because you just knew that was the place to be. But it's really cool when you're writing songs and some plugger in Nashville that's trying to plug songs to Luke Bryan and those fellas says, I like your songs, because it means I got some good stuff coming. And here's a good one for you. It's called, which one we're doing? One drink at a time. That's right. There's 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Before the night's over, I might drink them all. Cause she left me for a friend, and now I feel like a fool. So take a round and pass it down to my bar stool. And break out the tequila and break out the rum. My broken heart needs a soaking till it goes numb. Bartender, I'll even take a bottle of your best wine. Yeah, tonight I'm solving all my problems, one drink at a time. Just keep a tab open and start pouring Jack, and don't stop till my heart don't want her back. No, this ain't a night for me to have any fun. Running problems, and she's everyone. So break out the tequila and break out the rum. My broken heart needs a soaking till it goes numb. Bartender, I'll even take a bottle of your best wine. Yeah, tonight I'm solving all my problems, one drink at a time. Well, this might be the day this bar runs dry. Timberlake sang, I can't drink you away, but I still gotta try. So break out the tequila and break out the rum. My broken heart needs a soaking till it goes numb. Bartender, I'll even take a bottle of your best wine. Yeah, tonight I'm solving all my problems, one drink at a time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit right here drinking whiskey with beer till one of us goes out of my mind. Tonight I'm solving all my problems, one drink at a time. One drink at a time. What's next? I try to, this is where I tune while I talk, by the way. I try to live my life where I'm not being a hypocrite. I try to be honest and truthful. So I hate if I lead anybody astray tonight with my shirt, because it says I drink and I know things. Neither one of those things are true anymore. And I say that because I don't know stuff. I don't know nothing, but I used to know how to drink really, really well. Not just the pandemic, but going to Texas and the fact that I was raised by an alcoholic, and you tend to pick up some things. And so for the first 40-some years of my life, I was around it. I absorbed it. I swallowed it like crazy. Put it on my rider that it had to be free. Lost a job because of it, because I was drinking more than I was singing. So, as much as I love whiskey, as much as I love drinking altogether, I love my wife more, and this song came out of that. Every night I'd raise hell, then come home and tell her why I had to be at the bar. I smell like the bottle, be ready for battle. Then one night I took it too far. And maybe my hands weren't to blame, but the words that I spoke hurt the same. And that was the night that she chose to tell me to go straight to hell. She'd had more than she could take. She said that she loved me still, swore that she always will, but it was my choice to make. Then she cried on my shoulder and kissed me and told me she missed me. And that was the night that I said goodbye to the whiskey. Now I'm on the wagon, and she can't stop bragging on how happy that we've become. As I can't stop smirking, 'cause each night we're working on making our daughter or son. And I'm glad that I finally see what she saw all along inside me. Even the night that she chose to tell me to go straight to hell, she'd had more than she could take. She said that she loved me still, swore that she always will, but it was my choice to make. Then she cried on my shoulder and kissed me and told me she missed me. And that was the night that I said goodbye to the whiskey. Yeah, I threw the right thing away, yeah I did. And now I thank God every day for the night that she chose to tell me to go straight to hell. She'd had more than she could take. She said that she loved me still, swore that she always will, but it was my choice to make. Then she cried on my shoulder and kissed me and told me she missed me. And that was the night that I said goodbye to the whiskey. Yeah, that was the night that I said goodbye to the whiskey. 1, 2, 3. I'm not too coordinated, so if you see me dance around the stage, I promise it's not an act. I just can't stand still and stomp on pedals. But y'all know that song, Copperhead Road? One guy. Cool, I'm going to play this for you then. When I was writing, I was thinking, There's some songs you don't know the backstories on when they wrote it. And we know what happened to the guy who was planting weed up Copperhead Road. His dad died in a car wreck running Moonshine. And his granddaddy killed a bunch of cops because they tried to come in and get his still. But nobody ever talked about what happened to Grandpa, so I thought I'd finish the story on that. And so we got one here. It's called Coppershine. Up on the mountain, way back in the pines, way down in the shaft of an old copper mine, Granddaddy hauled in barrels of corn and sugar cane and made the best damn Mountain Dew from that cold mountain rain. He stopped boiling in the morning, wouldn't quit until sundown, when he'd box up a ready batch and head on into town. From the truck bed of his motorbikes, 37 Ford, he sold them just for pennies, cause all they could afford was Coppershine. Coppershine, it's stronger than tequila and way cheaper than wine. Well, the cops tried to arrest him, but they'll never get mine with Coppershine. Coppershine. Never be a rich man selling liquor from the hills, but his passion wasn't cashing in from that old whiskey still. He just made enough to make the proof that made the neighbors grin, then made his way back to the mine to make some shine again. Well, the local congregation of the Baptist church in town, they tried to get the preacher to try and shut him down. But the preacher told his sheep what Granddaddy did was fine, cause he kept all the lights on by money that he made from Coppershine. Coppershine, it's stronger than tequila and way cheaper than wine. Well, the cops tried to arrest him, but they never ever find that Coppershine. Coppershine. To the sea. Well, the fuzz caught wind that he was in the church to pad their funds. The preacher snuck him out the back and told Granddad to run. But the lawman finally found him and chased him out of town, right on up that mountain to bring Granddaddy down. But Granddaddy was ready with dynamite in hand, said he'd never let the coppers ever come and take his land. They ran down the mine to find him, they ran out of luck as well. When they ran into Granddaddy, he blew them all to hell with Coppershine. Coppershine, it's stronger than tequila and way cheaper than wine. Well, they went down the mine to find him, now they're buried in the mine with Coppershine. Coppershine, oh Coppershine. That's my Moonshine song. And just in case y'all think maybe I'm not really a redneck, when this is our last song, by the way, but before we go, I got to tell you a little bit about me. When I say I'm a redneck rock star, I feel more redneck than rock star. But when I see people cheering for the songs that I've written, it kind of gives the other a little more flair, you know. But the redneck portion, I want to tell you why. When I was getting ready today, getting all my stuff packed, I couldn't find a belt. Now, I need a belt, or else my buddy Della back here is going to see a lot more to me than what she wants to see. Yeah, you say that now. But I'm like, man, what am I going to do? I can't be up on that stage and all of a sudden my shorts fall down, because it's not that kind of show. They're not paying me enough to do that. So I go into my toolbox in my truck and I found a catfish stringer. And so I think I found my new belt. So if you think rednecks can't be ingenuitive, find a redneck that knows how to fish and he'll keep your britches up. But thanks for the cheers. Thanks for coming out tonight and supporting us, the two Jasons and Meg. Because Megan, I fell in love with that girl a long time ago. Her and her band are amazing. And if you don't know who she is, you're in for a big old treat. But before we go for that, here's the one that kicked off just about everything we do.
Yeah, come on. Here we go.
Well, he grew up on a red dirt farm, spent every summer baling hay. But he always had a feeling he was in the wrong field, and he knew he had to get away. So every Friday night under neon lights, he played for a honky-tonk crowd. He loved to hear him playing Hank Willie and Waylon and crank it up and play it loud. 'Cause he's a redneck rock star, playing them covers on his old guitar, keeping people dancing in them all-night bars like a redneck rock star, yeah. Well, one night he was jamming to a song by Robert Earl Keen, and little did he know, sitting in the front row was a man from Tennessee. And after the show was over, the fella stuck out his hand. They said, tell me what your name is, 'cause I'm gonna make you famous, but we gotta get you with the band. 'Cause you a redneck rock star, playing them covers on your old guitar, keeping people dancing in them all-night bars like a redneck rock star, yeah. Well, a few weeks later, he was signing papers and playing with a five-piece band. He used to plow an itty-bitty cornfield, now he's touring across the land. Like a redneck rock star, playing them songs on his new guitar. He's come a long way from that old tip jar. That's a redneck rock star.